folks. What I'm going to do today is I'll be making a bow, just like this one. A bow for youth from Rattan, Manau, which is like a big grass or something. And we're making bows for quite some time now, and use various materials to do so. And yeah, I did already show you on my channel how to make how I made an ash bow. And yeah, if you like the journey, come along. It's pretty easy to make one out of these materials, so we'll have fun. Alright, here's some examples of bows I made from various materials. This is the ash bow from the video, this one. This one has a rawhide bowstring on it. This one is the other, the fiberglass bow I made. The Jew handle. I made this at the France place. Pasternak bow making, really amazing. He helped me out with this laminated bow. It was really good. This is an elm bow I made. This one shoots pretty amazing. I do have videos on my channel as well, pretty old ones. This is the latest Osage orange bow I made. Not yet finished, need to do a little bit more on the handle. Short bow. I shot it at with my cane arrows I made. And these are two of made of Manau. This one is one my girl made. Pretty nice. Bladder up on the handle. Nice features on there. And the one I was like almost destroyed. Yeah, we're going to make one of those bows. And here are the tools we're going to need. So you need some clamps to hold the wood down, some draw knives, you know, whatever you prefer. We have a rasp and a file, a nice little slicer, which is pretty amazing for making bows in general. And this is just some draw metal, whatever. You just, you know, scraper. That's what you could call it, scraper. And some sandpaper. And this is the material we're going to use. You get this in about 4 centimeter thick stacks, like rounds. They're pretty straight most of the time. You can, you know, check it out. Some have abandoned them, but you just use it to your advantage. And this wood has grains running through it, like straight grains, which means you don't need to first work on you know, removing material until you get to one layer, because it's all really straight grains in there, which gives it a lot of strength. I really love to shoot those bows. It's really nice. So yeah, like I said, it's some kind of grass. It comes from the east. I think India was mentioned once to us. So this Manau is a really nice wood for beginners, because if you don't know if you're going to be into shooting bows or whatever, it's very cheap. It's really easy to manipulate, and you know, not as many you know, it really forgives a lot of mistakes, much more than any other wood does. So you don't need to take care of too many things. You just, you know, keep it simple and easy. And let's just jump right in, and I'm going to work away. So one more thing, you will need a ruler and a pencil, and we're going to cut this to lengths. So what I did is I cut it to lengths at about 150 meter, so 150 centimeters. I drew on the center line all around the piece. I really easy handle, no, you know, not technically anything advanced, you know, with 10 feet 5 or something. Just 6 and 6 on each side of the middle of the center, a whole circle, and then make a fade into the limb. I did 2 centimeters there, and how I do it is like I just hold my hand still and just turn the wood, and if everything works out, I'm coming on exactly where I left off. Not exactly, but that works quite good for me. Just lay down, keep your hand still, lay down, and then just turn the wood on the same spot. And here we go. All the markings are there, which means I can now check on which side I want to remove material to make the belly of the bow, and go ahead. I have my markings. I'm going from here, not from the end of the handle, but from the fade into the limb. And here we go. You just clamp it down pretty good and go ahead. Piece for piece, taking down big shadings. You will at least need to go down to like middle, like center. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Otherwise, you will have a band or a helicopter in the limb. We don't want that. Don't take too much at once. See, you clamp it down real good. So one thing you'll need to do from time to time is really checking on the limb, how easy it's going to be bent now. So I think I'll leave this for now. It's pretty, you know, no effort to do that. Work on the other side, see if they're flat, and then take it to the next. Alright, so you need to check on straightness, like if the limbs are getting the same amount of attention from your draw knife. Looks not bad. So you really need to pay attention to how much you take off, because if the limb's starting to bend, you have to consider the taper you need to put on the side of the limbs, because you need to taper them down, and this will make it weaken a little more, and so it's going to flex a little easier then. So we consider this. I'm going to see what kind of shape I like to do, and then show you what I've done. Okay, what I did is I marked the center point and gave it 1 centimeter on each side, and then drew a line down from where I wanted to start the bowl in to get narrower. I did this on both sides, so it means if the stave was about 4 centimeters, so it took 2 centimeters, 1 on each side. Okay, this is not the line there, but you can see over here. Oh, you can't, whatever. And now I'm going to work it down as well, whittling it down with the draw knife. So you clamp it as tight as possible, and always stay away from the line you drew. Just, you know, don't go all the way down to the line. Just leave it a little there. Makes things easier afterwards. So keep an eye on the line. Don't go past it, and just draw down. little by little. All right, this is what happened. Getting a handle there, tapering it down, looks quite good. Be really careful if you didn't make a bow before and you're not used to draw knives, whatever. Be really careful because it's much harder to take wood of the whole stave instead of just the thin portion of it. So really be careful on not going deeper than you marked it. So what you do is you go ahead and try to bend it a little. Let's see if it does. If it does, it's amazing. You really need to be careful now because everything you're taking away is like really affecting the bow now. It's not yet a real bow, but what I'll do is I still have the markings on there. So what I do is I'll go on and rasp it a little bit, clean it out a little bit. There's some high spots in there. I will draw knife them down to make it even, and see what it does afterwards. Doesn't look too bad. It's bending really nice, and yes, take it from there. All right, we're getting somewhere roughed out. Really pay attention to where the limb is, which limb is bending more than the other. This one is much, it's stiffer still than this one. So we're going to take a little bit of this and then make knocks to put it on some tillering device. I'm not sure if I put out the tiller board or just do it like this. And even the limbs out a little bit so they bend evenly, and then we're going to really check on them and see what we need to do to make them flex the same way on each side. Alright, let's see what we've done. Yeah, quite evenly. Do a little bit more close to the handle, and after that, good to go. First of all, I will make some knocks to put a string in, to really I'm able to see from afar what we need to do. Actually, for making the knocks, what I do is I'll rule down on the back of the bow 1.5 centimeters. Make my first mark, and on the belly, on the other side, the one that's bending, I'll do 2.5. So it's 1 centimeters difference. You're able to use a round file, like a really small one. I use a half round file, so I have a pretty flat surface the bowstring is laying on, and give it a little dent afterwards. So let's go ahead, file that in. That just like this. Go about 0.5 centimeter on each side, and give it a little bend inside here, like on this side, on the belly. Go a little deeper in here, open it up quite wide, just like this. We'll clean it up later, but that's how I do it. There you go. Knocks cut. This is how it looks like. Nothing on the back of the bow, only on the belly. The side where it bends to. Right, I'll put some old string in there. Let's see what we can do. Put knot in there. Had the string about 10 to 15 centimeters from the knot point. String it up. And down we're going to see what it does. Bends a lot here. Pretty stiff out there. This one is pretty a little stiff there. So wow, it's really nice. Let's put it on some straight lines somewhere and see what we can do. I'm really liking it. I haven't had it on a tiller board yet, so we'll see. Alright folks, so it's to show you that you don't need a tillering board to check your bow if it bends evenly. I just took one cut from another stave and just flexed it in there. And what this does is like the house we live in now is like really nice with this crazy boards up there. And what this does is it gives you a nice little view on how the bow is bending, how each limb is working, and what it does. It looks a little straight up here, but I don't mind too much because you know, it will be a kid's bow. It won't be flexed very much, so we'll see. Both of the tips are pretty evenly distributed. Like from this point of view, where I look at the camera, yeah, it does quite, you know, it does quite good. I'm not sure if I want to do anything more because a little bit will still be happening when I fixed all the little bumps and stuff in there. Let's go over here. Like over here, there's a little bump in there. You know, I'm going to file it down. The other limbs, you know, there's a little thing we need to address. So that will build, you know, something will work the bow still, even though you're doing just little things. Sometimes the little things are much more than you think they are, and in the end you're left with a bow which is not really what you wanted. But I'm pretty happy with that. I will as well start to work the handle now, and you know, make the tips a little nicer. And yeah, let's see what we come up with. That's pretty nice. So one of my favorite tools in bow making is the scraper here, because you're able to address like high spots and whatever, and you're really able to get a lot of stuff done. I like it way better than filing or whatever. Rasping is sometimes a little too aggressive for Manau. I will use it to make the handle, but to really get stuff done in an easy and slow manner, this is the way I go to. Especially because you're able to use a Flintstone blade just like it, and it works amazing. So if you have stones in your area, you don't need to buy one of these. You'll be able to just use it. And you see that it's slow progress, but you know, taking your time will really pay off in you know, in crafts, especially in making bows and precision tools. So for the handle, what I would do is we created these fates here. Come on a little closer. We created these fates here, and what I do is I just rasp into it sideways. You know. The bow is like bending this direction, put it sideways and just rasp in there, and on both sides, you know, you have to climb over, and then you may be able to just split something out here to make it a little narrower, and then shape it the way you like, and that's about it. Go ahead and show you what I do. Alright, I rasped both of them. What you're able to do is get in there, take your draw knife and flick it out. And this way, you know, be sure not to hit the clamp. That way you're able to, you don't have to rasp all the handle. Get a big chunk out of it. Helps a lot. Alright, so carve the handle a little bit, the files and the rasps, and it looks like the tool is pretty good. Very good, nice. So fine tuning means a lot of sandpaper and a lot of time. Yes. No, that will work. That will work. Alright, the only thing left to do, sanding. And this is the part that takes the most time. Because it's really grainy, and if you pull on one of those grains or something, you can tear a lot of crazy lines in there, like deep valleys. So take your time. Have fun with it, and let's see how smooth we can get it. Bow is finished. Maybe a little bit more sanding, oiling. It looks great. See how it shoots. Right, I'll shoot these carbon fiber arrows. I have two similar ones, so it makes it easier to see if the bow is performing or not. That's really good. Thanks for being with me on this project. Great fun. Nice little bow. Have a good day. See you soon.